What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I have another 4 teams for you guys with the team builder series that I'm working on. I think, what do we have, 3 videos after this left? This is gonna make it 16 teams. Okay, no, my math is horrible. We have 4 more videos after this. Anyway, some of the teams in this video I have been actually working on and going back and forth on for about a month, especially the last team that I'm going to show you. I'm hoping that you guys like them. We're not going to waste any time. Let's get right into it. Before we get started, though, I'm going to make sure I pop up the username. If you're looking to get any of the teams that I'm creating, go ahead and hit this link right here in the creators area, or the user, I'm not sure what they're calling it, I still haven't looked, but in the download center on Madden, if you go in here, look up this one, you will be able to find the teams that I'm working on. Again, just so that everybody is aware, if you download a team that has not been showcased in one of these videos, I cannot guarantee that they will not change. With that being said, let's get right into it and let's check out the first team. All right, guys, the first team up today is going to be the Brooklyn Kings. This team, I was trying to find a team to put into New York, and I feel like New York always gets all the glory. The name New York City, and I get it. It's a huge city and everything, but Brooklyn, I liked the idea of Brooklyn Kings. As soon as I saw this logo, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna put this in Brooklyn. That was just the first thought in my head. All right, here we go. So this is the home uniform. I went with more of a Brooklyn Barons type of build, this one, as a team that I'm very familiar with from the RFL and just from the relocation days of Madden in the past. The one thing that I'm not 100% certain on still, and I might still go ahead and change, is if you look there, the numbers seem a little bit off. I don't know what it is, what they did with this particular font of numbers, but it looks like some of the numbers are like sitting a little bit higher than the other. I'm not sure I really like that, so I might end up going back and swapping it for a different number set, but nothing else would change. This would stay the way it is. It, like I said, just be the numbers. But I like the font. That's the problem that I'm having, because I like the font with it, but like right there, that 5, it just looks like it's a little bit off. And with these, of course, I made sure we had everything. Here you see an alternate gold option that I put in. Well, it's yellow, but you know what I mean. It's what the game calls it. So that way you guys can mix and match and do whatever. This one was a pretty simple build to come up with. It wasn't too spectacular. Made sure to have a couple of different away options. So we had the yellow numbers in there. Sometimes it looks really nice to mix up the secondary with like the primary colored pants on the bottom and the helmet. And then we have a white helmet option in here too, of course. And then I think the last one is just an alternate. Yeah, it's just an alternate version. It's just a standalone. I didn't know what else to do. I didn't want to waste the uniform spot. So I just put in just a straight up yellow and blue build instead of doing anything crazy. So I hope you guys enjoyed that one. And now we'll be seeing here, there's the logo, which means we're coming to the end on this particular slide. There is the end zone, and a lot of these I did the dome for. So here we go. Let's go and check out the next team. All right, and now the next team up is going to be one that me and my daughter again collaborated on. She is the one who helped with the Washington Wolves, which was the first team that I released. One of the first teams. It was in the first video. And this one we went back and forth on. A few of you have already downloaded this team. I actually adjusted the logo and made some minor corrections to the uniform because the way how the striping looks in the game, but overall it looks really good. The color combination, completely my daughter's idea. She is the half the reason I have something other than the standard 7 colors of the rainbow, swear to God. But anyway, here is their logo. It's the DC Dragons. It's gonna be called Washington DC Dragons in the game. It would not let me not have Washington associated for some stupid reason. I put DC in, it said put something else. I couldn't do a period to try and lengthen it at all or nothing, so they have to be called the Washington DC Dragons, but I am calling them the DC Dragons. So this is it. I think this logo looks really, really sick. I like how it looks like sort of elegant, but also like fierce and almost like it's on fire all at the same time. And the color combination, man, this is such an interesting color combo. It's a very light orange with a almost like a yellow hint to it because of how light it is, and then that blue almost looks like, if you ask 10 people, you might get 5 that say blue and 5 that say it's green. You know, like it's just right on the cusp there, and I really think it's a really sharp color. So let's go ahead and check out these uniforms now. All right, and here we go. There are the uniforms. This one, we wanted to do a gray helmet, gray bottom look. I thought it really accented the colors really well, and it looks really sharp with the logo on the side. That black really just makes it all pop. And I try to go a little bit more simple on the shoulders and stuff. We originally had the diamond thing, one that I'm sure you guys have seen it before. It looks so weird in the game. It elongates it, like makes it wider than it should be, and it just gets a little weird. So we went with this one instead. We have the white build, of course, with the helmet to match. The one thing I've been noticing is I try to make these helmets white with like a little circle, and when I do that, I can't put stripes on them. So I've been sort of trying to not do that unless I don't have a plan to put striping on the helmet. Here's a black version of the uniform. I think this looks really sick too. This could pair really well with even the white helmet or some of the helmets you're about to see here. But the black looks nice. I love this bluish, greenish, whatever color you want to call it, and then to match it with this orange, man, it pops so well. And then here I made sure, I almost wanted to make this part of the normal away set because this looks really good together. So if you wanted to have this be your main build, you're gonna have to use like the pretty much the alternate away, but then you can also make a home version by just switching to the alternate away helmet, the regular home jersey, and the away pants, and you'll have that option here. And then of course we still have the all orange, because we got to have the all orange just in case you guys want to get spicy with it, you know, maybe make yourselves some creamsicles like the Tampa Bay Bucks. Just kidding, those uniforms are much better. Those things are a classic. But you have the option to mix and match, and then there is actually, I put this together because there wasn't much else to really look at. So you can see here again, I'll just go back. You can see that this is what it looks like. So this right here is the away uniform, the away alternate away helmet, home jersey, and the away pants, and you get that look. So I almost wanted to switch this to be the home and away, but I decided against it and just left it the way it was because the gray does look really nice as well. And there you see the rest of the field, and that will wrap up what we got for the DC Dragons. This next team, I went back and forth on so many times because I wanted to do something with this logo. And well, I shouldn't say that. I want to do something with this type of logo and this type of color combination, but I went back and forth a little bit on what exact like hue to go with and how to make it look. And then the logo itself took so long to find a good quality option for that I was struggling, dude. I was struggling to make it work. Thank God for Gemini AI, the Google one, because that is where I got this logo from. And I hope this fits. I think it does based off of what I looked around at least loosely. And the name I think sounds pretty good. And that is the Cincinnati Flight. And they are all blue, white, and black. And I think the uniforms turned out really, really well. I've always loved this color combo, the dark black with like a lighter blue and white. I always thought this was like one of the best combos for a football uniform outside of red, because red is my favorite at the end of the day. But this is a very, very close second. And let's take a look at the uniforms. And here we go. So I went with a full-on like black build with just accents of the blue and the white. And I think that these uniforms, some of my favorites, really are. Like they are up there with like the Spartans and the Knights that I mentioned in previous comments and videos. I love the way these turned out, man. I love how this blue looks with this black. And of course, we're gonna have plenty of options for you to use with this team. You can see here's the away. Just your standard away uniform, nothing too flashy or out of like craziness or whatever. I felt like the white looked a little bit better on the pants here than the blue did. Not sure why, but I went with it. And obviously you have the ability to swap them out if you want to. And then coming up here soon, you see the flight across the chest. And here we go, the all blue. So you have that as an option if you wanted to go with the all blue or mix and match as always. This blue, man, I don't even know what the heck to call this RGB color that I used, and I don't even know where I got it from. I think I might have actually gotten it from the AI. It just so happened to be what they made this logo with, and I just stuck it with it because it was just such an interesting look, one that you don't usually see all too often. It's like a little bit lighter than standard blue, but not as light as like baby blue. It's just like a perfect in between for me. And the white helmet there, this is one of my favorite parts of it, is like this particular set. I love white, like all white uniforms. And then at the end, I just threw in a gray one just because I wasn't sure what else to do. And I have nothing else to do, I will put some type of alternate in there just because I don't want to waste a spot. They give you 5 for a reason. We're going to fill them up every time. And, you know, the gray does work with jets. So I figured why not? And it turned out pretty good. I'm happy with it. I'm super happy with it. I hope you guys enjoy it. But wow, I mean, just like that, we're already past the 3rd team, and now it's on to the last team. Alrighty, so I said 4 teams per video. This is going to be the 4th one. These videos are starting to move a little bit more quicker, which is good. It takes me a heck of a lot longer to put them together, though, to be honest, with these pictures. But I think the video itself looks better, so I'm happy with it. But anyway, last team. This one is a team that you guys have probably seen. You've probably downloaded if you are following along this series. And it has changed a little bit over the time. I made some tweaks to the logo, but this is my, like, by far my most creative one that I think I've done. I've put a lot of time into this one, and I think it turned out super, super clean and interesting and unique. So I hope you guys enjoy, but this team in particular is going to be the Arizona Stingers. Now, this logo might look a little bit different than what the other ones look like. And the reason that is because before I landed on Gemini AI, I was using Microsoft Bing's AI. It's not as good. It did give me this logo, which I do like. I think it looks pretty menacing. I was trying to find a way to use something with scorpions, but the ones I was finding just didn't fit right. This one seemed to sort of encapsulate like how like complex the uniforms and how I made them are, and like how it's like I'm using all the colors together. You'll see what I'm talking about when I show you guys the uniforms, but this was like the last and only one that I was able to actually use from that particular AI system. Gemini AI has been a lifesaver for me. I've saved money because I haven't had to buy these logos anymore from, you know, these different sites, because I can just create them. It takes me a heck of a lot longer, but I can sort of fine tune them a little bit better too, which has been really nice. But this one is a really, really cool build, and I'm excited to show you guys, so let's go and check them out. Alrighty, and here we go. This uniform set is so awesome, man. I use the Phoenix Suns type of color combination. I don't think it's the exact RGB for each of them, but it's pretty darn close. And I made a 2-tone helmet, and I also made a 2-tone stripe because I could just use the same asset for both. So we have 2-tone gradient helmets for all uniform sets. We have just the purple on orange here. You'll see some of the stuff doesn't translate very well, but it still looks really clean and actually looks pretty interesting. I love that helmet right there. Best one of the bunch, in my opinion. It just looks so good. The purple really blends in, or really like contrasts well with the orange. And then here is the orange option. Now this one was a little bit different. I couldn't get the right look by coloring the helmet orange and then just having a purple upload. So I had to upload an actual square with a gradient from orange to purple. That's why you're seeing a little bit more of that purple in there, or like pinkish in there. But overall, it did turn out well. I'm happy with it. There's the away option. You see there I have just the orange stripe that fades away on the pant leg. I think that looks pretty cool. And you'll have different options here, and then the final one is just an extras. There's no correlation from all the uniforms. It's just an extra helmet and an extra uniform set. So I did an all black set. You can definitely match this with one of the first 2 helmets, and then that helmet is definitely something you'll have to mess around with if you want to use it and see how it can work out. I just wanted to do something a little bit different and creative, so I did an orange into white. And yeah, we'll go from there. But I think this set turned out awesome. One of the most creative ones that I've done so far. And I hope you guys enjoy them a lot, because it took a lot to get these to where they are. And that grading is not as easy as it looks to get them exactly how you want it to look. And yeah, and then here's the end zone. Made something cool with the gradient there as well. And that should do it for all of the teams. All right, so that was all of them. Couple of things, you'll notice this too when you're watching these videos, or if you're downloading these teams. A lot of them use the domes. The reason I have it like that is because Madden is not very good lately with weather patterns, and I just didn't want to trust things. Like if there was a team that I put that was supposed to be like a cold city team, or maybe, or should say like a hot team, like a you know, down south or something, I didn't want it to accidentally have like too much rain or snow for whatever reason. So I did use a lot of the domes and the actual stadiums for the builds instead of just the fields. I'll try this last chunk of teams that I'm still trying to create are going to probably be in areas that are going to be outside. So there should be a mixture of the two, but right now it does look like I've been using a lot more domes than I have anything else. And I hope you guys don't have a problem with that, but I'm having a ton of fun, man. I think at 26 teams right now, 28 teams total, something along those lines. I got to tweak a few more. I got to come up with actual like ideas for the last 4, but everything is starting to come together. And then of course, at the end of this at the end of this whole thing, I'm going to be doing another video. I don't think I'm going to show all of the jerseys again. That would be way too much. But I will do is I'll just show off like the map that I put together with where all the teams are located. And then I'm also going to show you the spreadsheet I'm keeping for where the divisions will align. So that way you guys can just copy and paste that if you want. When you're building your franchise, you don't have to do all the extra thinking about which teams should go where. Of course, feel free to change it up if you want, but it should be set up pretty well for you guys. And then after that is done, I've had a few suggestions for like NFL remakes, bringing on actual pro teams or actual teams that are in different leagues into this league. I do have a plan to do that. I'm going to be using another profile for that though. So the Bill Nick 91 that you're seeing right now is going to be what all of these 32 for this particular league that I'm envisioning that you guys can use are going to be under this one username. And then I'm going to do a separate username, which of course I'll tell you guys about once I have that set up and running for the other builds. And that's where I'm going to do more of experimenting on, like redoing some NFL teams, giving them a fresh look, bringing on teams that are, you know, that were here before or are here but in a different league. Like somebody mentioned the UFL in a comment earlier today, I think it was, or maybe it was yesterday. You know, who knows, maybe bringing back teams that used to be here, right? Like the Oilers or something like that. I don't know. All I know is that I have a bunch of ideas. I'm excited to get it done. And this is not going to be the last of it once I'm done with these 32. But I do have a few more videos for you guys to see with the rest of these teams. I hope you guys have been enjoying the series. Let me know down below if you have been using any of these teams. And if you've liked anything that you have seen, or if you've had issues or anything like that, let me know so I can make adjustments if need be, or, you know, give you some direction if that's the case. But as for this video, that's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you have not already, turn on that bell notification. I'll see you guys next time.